Well, I'm back. So, driving an EV, part two, I guess. Taking a trip from Victorville, California down to San Diego. Gonna take my truck for work for the week. And it's like a nice, about 147 mile drive. Right now I'm charged to 92%, 223 miles of range, which take that as a grain of salt. Your mileage fluctuates. I pay more attention now to the percentage. It definitely eliminates the range anxiety. So anyway, what's new? So my wife kind of got our first disappointing shock, I guess you should say. So my wife's truck, we picked it up November of last year, and just on a out of curiosity, I went into the DMV to see if her registration was going to be available for purchase, this time of year. And it was. And I was definitely shocked. I don't know what I was really expecting. I mean, knowing that these vehicles are emissions free, I thought it would be a sticker value and move on, and wasn't the case. And before I tell you the price, so having trucks in my past, I had a brand new Dodge Ram 1500 a couple years ago, and when my 1 year sticker had come up, it was, don't quote me on the exact cents, but I was just shy of $400, and fairly reasonable, I guess. But anyway, back to this truck, emissions free. My sticker price was $1,045 for 1 year to register my EV truck, or my wife's truck. So again, not sure what I was really looking forward to, but I'll tell you what, buying one in November of last year and one in January of this year, I'm potentially looking at $2,090 to drive my EVs each year. And that's not to include, so another addition to California. Nothing out here is ever for free. So in any event, so it looks like it's on Newsom's desk right now, or it's gonna get there, but he's eager to sign a bill that'll charge EV drivers 4 cents per mile. And to the average they're going to do that at the end of each year. They'll find out what your mileage was for the year, and then that's going to add on top of your potentially $1,045 bill. So doesn't sound like much. That's usually what I hear from people, but let's break this down a little bit. You have a gas vehicle. So let's back up. So the average gas vehicle in the United States gets 26.2 miles to the gallon, right? So with that, per gallon of gas in California, when you go to the pump, they charge you a state tax of 60 cents per gallon. Well, keep in mind 26.2 miles to the gallon. If you go to the same equivalent driving an EV and you convert it, if you'd say, to miles per gallon, now you're paying $1.05 per gallon for gas tax, if equivalent. So I do love the truck still. Taking you guys on the journey here. Just definitely a little disappointed with all these, if you call them promises, because so far, it's kind of a balance. I mean, granted, I do save a lot still, from fuel. The only time, we just took a Vegas trip not this last weekend, the weekend prior, and you pay a little bit when you're doing the superchargers and whatnot to keep yourself on the road. Is it as expensive as gas? No, but the margin isn't by kind of as much as I thought. But again, that's the only time I'm paying, if you'd call a premium charge price, is when I'm taking longer trips. This for example, I did charge to 93% before heading to San Diego. Down there I'll be utilizing the chargers all week, so definitely tally up on those receipts just to see a comparison. But I do find it still cheaper. California, surprisingly this year, I'm guessing because it's the election year, but they didn't hike the gas prices up like they have the last 2 to 3 years. Still higher than the national average. I think I passed by a gas station on my way getting on the freeway. I believe it was $4.95 a gallon for regular fuel, and then $5.15 for diesel fuel. So may sound high for a lot of people outside of California. For Californians, that's pretty dang good. So anyway, enough of my rambling for now. I'll be checking back in with everybody shortly. Cruising down the freeway as we speak, so stay tuned. All right, back again, another update. A little more than halfway there. I'm going through Marietta right now, so pretty nice day. It's actually really windy, so I've been kind of fighting with that, but you know, I don't really try to go fast. I know a lot of people knock these things that they lose a lot of mileage, you know, when you excess speeds 75, 80 miles an hour. Gosh, you know, I've even put in my comments, you know, I compare these things to a nice cruiser bike. You know, you're not really in a hurry to go anywhere fast. You're just enjoying the ride. It's really comfortable. And so, you know, I stay at about 60, 65 miles an hour. I've been going 65 pretty much this entire time. And right now, my kilowatt hours right there, I'm at 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour, going 65 miles an hour. Still have 63% battery life left. If you're a miles person, which I strongly believe you shouldn't follow just the mileage, because it can really be misleading. You take a couple up hills and it's going to look like you have a lot less than you do. So sticking with the percentage, 63%, it's not bad. Like I was saying earlier, I started off at 93%. So currently, well, now as we're speaking, 80 miles into my drive. Yeah, everything's going really well. I'm looking forward to this week of work and kind of getting a real life experience. As far as this week, we'll be able to really confirm exactly what I pay when I go to chargers throughout the week. And so I'm really interested. So in any event, stay tuned. I'll come back again when I hit San Diego, which should be roughly about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So anyway, have a great day. Talk to you soon. All right, so we made it here to San Diego, just shy of the hotel. Driven 127 miles, average 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm at 93 miles left if you're looking at miles, and 44% charge. But I'm gonna go ahead and charge up here because I'm gonna be starting getting out in the field starting tomorrow, so I might as well get to 80. So right now it's 12:58 p.m. We'll see what time we get finished. All right, so we're back on the road again. Definitely wasn't the fastest charger. I've kind of noticed that with Electrify America, EVgo. Some days are good, some days are bad. Spent a total of $20.21 and charged myself up to 80%. Right now it's 124. So definitely took a little bit of time. One thing I would suggest, I didn't find one on my way to the hotel, so I didn't bother, but I did purchase one of those adapters where you can go to the Tesla chargers and you can charge your EVs there with an adapter. I think my adapter is from oh gosh, Levtron or something. I'll have to pull it up. I'll bring it out later in the video. And in any event, when you're at a Tesla supercharger with those, guy, it's pretty fast. I think I could have gotten this same charge in about 12-13 minutes tops. So anyway, back on the road. Have 17 miles to my hotel, and I guess I'll check back in then. Right now I'm at 79% now. Driven about a mile back on the freeway, and it's, for those mile people, it's showing me 183 miles of range, which technically should be at about 192, but being that I've been on the freeway and I've been fighting wind, I think it's still doing pretty good. So anyway, check in when I finally reach the hotel. All right, pulling into the hotel for the first, well, tomorrow will be the first day of work, but anyway, pulling in right now. The trip from the charge station, I drove 17.8 miles, averaged 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, and I'm at 74% with 171 miles of range. And yep, so it'll be a journey for the rest of the week. Today's Monday, so we got all the way through Friday and our nice drive home Friday. So I'll check back in again. All right. Bye-bye. Good morning. So last week I promised to take you on a journey the entire week, but I figured with all the rambling I'd already done, I'd give you kind of a summary of last week. So I drove a total of 406 miles for the week. Now, before I tell you what I spent, my company work truck is a Dodge Ram, and I can tell you, again, California gas prices, we're still not over $5 a gallon yet, so still roughly around $4.89, $4.95, depending on the gas station that you prefer. So in any event, to fill that truck, to be able to drive about 360 miles, it costs me $123 to $129, depending on the price of that gas station. So with all that being said, last week I had completed my my round trip, going to work, going back home, or I'm sorry, going to work, back to the hotel, back and forth, and then on my way back up to Victorville. And in all, with the EV, I had paid a total of $53.99. And again, that brought me the 56 miles. I did use the fast charger twice, which were roughly $20 charges. I did that when I first arrived, and of course on my drive home, just to top off. From there, I'd used a couple of the 6-watt chargers that were fortunately in the nearby vicinity of where I was working, so it allowed me to just plug in the truck while I was at work, and those were a couple of $5 charges. So $5 and $6 charges. One of them I had charged for a very short time, so the charge was like $1.65. So in any event, I'm back at it again. Yesterday I took a drive back here to San Diego from Victorville. I did try something different. I ended up not utilizing cruise control. What I've done before is utilize cruise control. I'll keep it at about 65 miles an hour. And even last week, taking my trip down, I don't remember the exact miles per kilowatt hour, but I want to say it was 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour is what I had mentioned in my previous video when I was pulling up to the first supercharge station. Yesterday, not utilizing cruise control, still trying to maintain 65 miles per hour, I had arrived into my hotel, and I averaged 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, not utilizing the cruise control. So it was kind of press the gas, ease off, press the gas, ease off. And again, for most people, especially the ones that hate EVs, they still wonder why I'm even going 65 miles an hour. But it is what it is. It's comfortable. I enjoy it. And one other thing also, I did bring my charging adapter for Tesla. It's a Vortex plug by Electron, and Purchased this a little while ago, and my gosh, it saves you time. Yesterday, since I made it to the hotel, I still had yesterday I started at 91% total charge. I arrived at the hotel roughly 140, I changed hotels this time, so I think it was 140 miles or 141 miles in total. When I had arrived, I still had 120 miles left. I was at 50% charge. So this morning, I was fortunate. I found a Tesla supercharger, and I charged from 50% to 85%. And even with things slowing down once I hit 80%, those who don't know, when you're charging your EV, as soon as you hit 80% charge, it drastically slows down. And so with all that said, I had charged for a total of 16 minutes, and it brought me from 50 to 85%. And now I'm here at work a little bit early, waiting for my crew to show up, and I'll be checking back in with you later. Have a good day, everybody.